Chapter 38. Alone, Isamu stands staring down the dark mountain shielding the castle of Baramos. Soldiers of the undead stand ready with purple-plated armor and sharp rustic swords for each of their 4 arms. In the black sky above, blue serpent dragons roar a warding sound of doom. Even with death staring him down, he is unfazed, indifferent to their stance. As he takes in the air, he feels the 6 orbs on his person, amplifying his energy. With the immense power flowing through him, nothing could stop him. A sudden blue comet in the wind darts by, landing beside him. He doesn't turn back. "Where are they now?" he asks, arms crossed, golden claw in hand. "The ship is on its way, but shouldn't we wait for them to arrive?" "We don't have time to waste, Hotaru. The altar we seek stands before us. We clear the way once they show up, and from there they will do the rest. I beg of you to hold off. We may be stronger than we appear, but without Aziza or Fedir, we will be overwhelmed." "Fedir is no longer a part of this," he shouted, turning to her. "He has done his task and got us far enough. What he does now doesn't concern me." "What happened to you?" she muttered, reeling back with worry in her voice. The way Isamu speaks and leads has changed. What once was a caring older brother and friend, who spoke with levity, has become a ruthless general, seeing the people around him like pieces on a chessboard. He took Pimiko's final request to heart, sharing the same brutal truth she once held. For him, his revolt against his master will only be complete once Baramos lies dead at his feet. An echo of groans disturbed the air. The skeleton army advances, shaking the earth beneath them. He holds out his claw, eyes darkened and dead like the night. Hotaru is reluctant, but soon joins him with her shimmering sword at his side. Yet he doesn't take the moment to notice his family beside him. We don't have that luxury anymore. No longer is it a matter of want, but instead need. It will help you to understand that well. The poisonous ground quakes with each step, kicking up pools of toxic, spreading the disgusting fumes of rot in the air. He springs forward with a leap like an apex beast, slashing away at the exposed bones at their face, ripping through their brittle bones as if they were dry twigs. His war cry draws the attention of the dead, destroying each of his foes in mere seconds. Hotaru, while aiding in the fight, hasn't reached a fraction of enemies he killed. His kicks and strikes are more wild, while hers is more reformed. The style of fighting he uses is filled with hate, pulling back and driving each fist with every ounce of strength. It's sloppy like how he was when the journey started, relinquishing the refined arts of exploiting the weakness of his foe, like how Pimiko taught him. Yet the way he decimates his foes is working. By the dozens they fall, unable to contain his wrath. But how long could anger hold him? How long until he crumbles to his knees? 100? 1,000? Now he has no signs of stopping. However, so does Baramos' army, currently in an endless stalemate where the only losing participant is the soil of the earth. In the far distance, a shout breaks the illusion of stagnation. "Stay back! The cavalry has arrived!" A boom erupts in the chaos, and they spin to the rear. At the edge of the distant water, an armored ship, dark brown in color, flying white banners. In black and bold at the side of the hull, the name Vento Eterno is shown. It bears several large cannons on the deck with burly pirates loading shots. In the sky, a cannonball crashes into the tainted land, blowing apart the approaching undead army. Left in its destructive wake are the toxic fumes. A war cry followed by another accompanied the cannon's explosions and scent of overwhelming gunpowder. 2 men jump from the deck of the ship, landing with a roll onto harsh land. A smile spreads across Hotaru's face. "Simon, Robin Hood! Isamu keeps himself from being distracted, keeping his eyes on the mountain which guards Necrogon. The two charge headlong into battle, past Isamu, swinging like madmen, tearing through Baramos' forces, dodging the falling destruction of cannon fire. Robin Hood clears a way to the ashy mountain. His axe easily clears the steel-plated skeletons, their loud steel clanging against each other as they fall, like brushing clutter off a table. "It's all you from here. Better show me what that sword can do," Robin Hood announced, reeling back as Simon took the spotlight, drawing the enemies to him. Simon takes his new sword, shining like the sun, hilt-coated in beautiful green scales. He winds the bastard sword back with two hands. He screams at the top of his lungs, and the blade glows with blinding light before he swings. Like ripples in water, a giant gust of violent wind coasts along the ground, cutting the grass, thick trees, and Baramos' army without fail. The impending wave of death cleanly cuts through the mountain, severing it in half. The topside tumbling like a rock slide coated the sky with brown dust. Simon holds his blade skyward, a smile held up with victory, one of which hasn't been seen when they left him to gather his thoughts. Witness the might of the legendary mountain cutter, a blade capable of slicing through all that stands in its path. Way to go, kid. And here I thought you were spouting some obscene nonsense. Now all that's left is the altar. It shouldn't be far from his castle, Isamu announced. A storm brews in the distance. A horrifying bellow shakes the land, ocean, and core of their chest. The ocean's wave grow ever more violent. They look to the ship as a familiar sight of danger claws its way up the hull. A pirate darts at Maria at the sturdy and wide bowsprit. "Captain, mermen are climbing to the deck. We are surrounded. Let them come," she shouted. "About time I got revenge on that squid. Come on, Squidzilla. See if you can ravage my ship." Her call echoed like an ancient summon. From the depths of the ocean, bubbles boil to the top of the water. Hot steam pushes to the railing of the ship. Black tentacles emerge from its depths, soon followed by its head. Though the ship is larger than the one before, the oceanic beast still surpasses its size. One eye stares at the struggling pirates, however the other has dried with a sharp knife at the center of its dead pupil. Simon and Robin Hood ready their weapons. All she seeks is revenge for the sinking of her ship. "I knew that woman was crazy," Robin Hood spouted. "Aren't we all?" Simon stares back. "We will stay behind, find the altar, and free Ramia." Without another word, he jumps forward towards the fray, Robin Hood trying to match his pace. There it stands, guarded only by a moat of toxic waste, Baramos' castle. Alone it sits on an isle of desolate land, its bleak walls dilapidated and falling apart. No monsters roam the land, only the dark, tall grass and eerie sound of dragon roars cover the land. Out in the distance of the barren plains is a tower, yet unlike the castle, it is pure, clean, as if it was newly constructed. Everything in the land of Necrogon seems off from the stories of its dangers. Hotaru was on edge as she stood close to her brother, afraid of what might crawl from the ground. Her anxiety continues to grow. Now, a physical representation of the end was visible. In her mind, she failed Pimiko's request. When the final showdown presented itself, she faltered. Only thanks to Isamu are they still standing. Could she redeem herself for her final bout? Part of her struggles to find the answer, partially hoping Isamu will continue to take the reins and be recognized as the hero instead. Isamu stares up at the tower's peak, leading to the black clouds above. That must be the altar. "I don't understand," Hotaru whimpered, and he turned to her. Her eyes gazed upon the castle. "Did Dad really go up against this? We were told of the dangers this place holds." "Don't throw caution to the wind. Baramos has likely laid a trap for us." "But where?" Even the volcano Dad threw him in isn't present. Baramos has to have destroyed it upon his return to avoid falling for the same mistake. Everything will be clearer once we end this. He steps to the tower before him, with Hotaru hesitant to follow, slowly trailing along as she keeps her eyes on the castle. They look up at the Tower of White, watching it rise above the clouds. At the front of it is a staircase that spirals to the top. The path up is cramped and dark, with its walls closing them in. Their footsteps echo on the ancient stone, and then a light shines at the top. They stop at the top of the staircase, stunned as to what they see. The massive empty room of large pedestals in a circle is bright like the morning sun, yet not blistering hot. They stand on the roof, looking at the blue serpent dragons flying past them, though they appear unaware of their existence. The 6 pedestals are like large chalices, with the front being the largest, and at its center is a spotted massive white and golden egg. It's bigger than Isamu and the largest pedestal. As they get close, its calming warmth radiates throughout the area, enough so to make the recent rages of war feel distant. As Hotaru approaches the egg, she catches traces of water on her boots. Upon looking at her feet, there is a wide puddle with small traces of frost. Has someone taken shelter here? But how is this possible? She pondered. 2 female voices echo softly. Heroes of the dark world, what you seek lies isolated in the shadows. Return the goddess's gift to their rightful place, and awaken the light upon the world to reveal the land before you. Hotaru flinches, shooting back up to her feet. What's wrong? Isamu said, scouting around the room. Didn't you hear that? Hear what? 2 women just spoke. They said something of returning the goddess's gift. I think they were saying to put the orbs on the pedestals. Are you certain? He pulls out the largest orb. The purple orb. I guess we won't know till we try. He leaves and circles around the room, placing one orb after another. Hotaru stares back at the egg and is left in shock. Her body freezes in place. 2 short women in orange ceremonial clothing stand next to the egg. Their long black hair covers their face, and atop their head are horned crown-like antlers, completely silent, waiting for Isamu to finish. The last orb fits into its slot, and the steel torches around each orb miraculously alight. The women place their hands on the egg and it shakes. Return to the world, Ramiya. Fly our heroes through the heavenly skies. A crack echoes and soon another. A blinding light peeks out from the egg as it violently shakes. Isamu runs over to Hotaru, awaiting the creature inside to fully emerge. A flash erupts, forcing them to shield their eyes. A loud screech like an eagle pierces the air. Lowering their hand, and above, flying in the sky, is the legendary bird of the goddess, Ramiya. The large phoenix has wings of pure white, with the tips being vibrant ranges of red and green. Its flowing crest is red like fire, with 2 long tail feathers with a sunset color. Above those are peacock feathers, and finally is a black circling frill around its neck, like a royal coat of an aristocrat. As it descends, the wind it conjures pushes them slightly back as it returns to the center. Its narrow eyes stare them down, awaiting their next move. So we hop onto this thing and land onto his castle? Isamu asked. It has to be, Hotaru answered, but she wasn't confident in her words. She should be in complete shock, screaming from ear to ear, but her emotions are already running rampant. This encounter only felt expected from everything she has seen so far. It lowers its body, presenting its wing as a stair to its back. Isamu steps softly upon its wing, hanging onto the feathers of its back. The warmth is divine, and the softness is enough to put anyone into a deep sleep. The beating of its heart is large, but gentle, and its eyes are sharp, yet kind. Hurry up. Okay, she answered, once more looking down at the ruined castle. The final battle was moments away.